Australia. Salary. How much is the salary in Australia? Okay, so today's video is about the 482 employer-sponsored working visa for Australia. So I'll just give you a brief explanation of the salaries in Australia when coming in on 482 employer-sponsored working visa. So with this visa, the government has set a minimum salary per year for the 482 visa. So you need to be earning this or higher, or you need to have a job offer offering you this or higher to be able to get a working visa. So the minimum salary per year on the 482 working visa is around 7,600, I think, 7,600, sorry, $76,515. So basically 76,000 Australian dollars per year is the minimum salary an employer must offer you when looking at the 482 working visa in Australia. So you might get more. You might get 80,000, 90,000, 100. I've sent some guys to the mine sites for 150,000 a year. But the purpose of this video is just to tell you what the minimum salary in Australia is for the 482 visa. Now, there are a couple of caveats to this. Now, what you need to remember is when an employer is offering you a job, especially if you're coming in from another country, right? And it's he doesn't know you, he hasn't seen you, you haven't worked for him, you haven't done a trial or anything like that. An employer is going to offer you the minimum, right? The minimum to get the visa approved, the minimum to get you into the country, right? I mean, if I was your employer, I'm not going to offer you 150,000 if I've never seen you work, if I don't know your attitude, your capabilities, your experience. I'm just going to offer you the bare minimum to get the visa and to get you in the country, right? But what you need to remember is once you are in the country, once the employer does see your work, your skills, your ethic, your attitude, he is going to want to keep you in the job, right? So some occupations, 76,500 might be a very good salary, right? An excellent salary for that job. But then some other occupations, 76,000 might be a little low. It might not be so competitive for that occupation. So what I'm getting at is the employer might offer you that to get you in, but once he sees your skills, he's going to want to quickly increase that salary to keep you in the job, to keep you, because fuck, if you're a fucking doctor, right? If he offered you 76,000, you're not going to be working at that rate in Australia. He might offer you that to get the visa approved. And then once you rock up and he sees, yeah, okay, you're a real doctor, you got the right attitude, you're very respectful to the women, everything is good, then obviously he's going to shoot your salary up to over 120 or 30, 40, 50 thousand per year. So yeah, so that's salaries. Many people ask me what the salary is in Australia. I mainly do skilled and trades workers in Australia. That's 90% of my business is blue collar workers, right? Now, like I alluded to earlier, for the mine sites, some of those jobs might get 150,000. But the only salary I'm going to tell someone is 76,000 Australian dollars per year, right? Because that's what's needed to get a visa. Plus, if you're happy with that salary and you come into Australia and by chance we do get your job in the mine site, and the employer does offer you 150,000 and all goes well and you're working there for 6 months or a year, if by chance that mine site closes down or that company loses the contract, then you need to get a new employer. And if I've sent you in and if I've promised you 150,000, blah, 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 come into Australia, I'll give you 150,000, and then you lose your job, maybe the next job that I offer you might be 120,000 or 100,000. And then you're going to be saying, oh, no, Kano, you fucking promised me 150,000 and now you're giving me 100,000, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, basically, if you're going to ask me what the salary is in Australia, it's 76,500 per year. If you're a good worker and if your occupation deserves it, obviously the employer will increase the salary. That's it. Cheers. Have a good day. If you like this, press the like. If you want more information, more tips about visas and jobs available, press the follow button. Bye.